Well, good day to you. It's the old man here. I'm back from the Philippines. I've been back for a while. Wonder about what kind of content I can give you. Well, I have no idea. But today, I'm going to look for fiddler crabs along the swampy shore from an undisclosed location in Florida near my house. And let's see what we can find. Of course, the location's not that secret. I'm not going to tell you exactly where it is, but I'll tell you there's a drawbridge, and there's a bait and tackle store, and there are cars parked because there's a bridge that crosses, that drawbridge, crosses the intracoastal waterway, which traverses South Florida going all the way up the coast for a long way. If you follow the intercoastal, you can go all the way to the Great Lakes. If you go in and out and use the St. Lawrence Seaway into the Great Lakes, you can launch your boat from here and end up in Duluth. So today I'm not going to catch fiddler crabs. I'm just going to look for fiddler crabs because I don't intend to fish today. I just want to look around. And of course, I want to be in a swampy area. And this is about as swampy as you can get. There is a trail here that goes through 2¼ miles along the intercoastal here. And I imagine I can get some crabs going through there. I don't know if I'm going to walk down through there or not, because 2¼ miles is a long way and it's later in the afternoon. I don't want to walk that far. So the first place I looked, a swampy area near the shore, I found them. Of course, walking up on this, there were a lot more. There are a few dozen. They're working their way up into this grassy area right here. They see me, they know what I'm up to, but I'm not going to catch them today. I'm going to slowly work my way. If I get on this side of them here, I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. If I get on this side of them, I've got these little fellers isolated. So you're asking yourself, why do I want to catch fiddler crabs? Well, they're good bait. They're bait for black drum, sheep's head. Flounder like to chew on them too. And I was up at Matanzas Inlet Bridge recently, and I found that my bait wasn't working so well. I was using shrimp, but a fella right down the bridge from me was using fiddler crabs, and he was slaying it with the black drum over there, and I felt a little embarrassed. So this is why I came out to look. And I might want to fish this weekend, so I see where they are. They're working their way back to me. I'm just taking my time here, watching these critters. And they are working their way back to me. If I had a net in my hand, I could easily catch enough fiddler crabs to last me for a couple hours out in the hot Florida sun and maybe catch a few fish. And this is part of the intercoastal. Very swampy. This is what we're looking at here. Super quiet. The tide is at slack tide right now. It's going to be starting to flow here in another hour. And at that time, the crabs are going to work their way up into the grass and they're going to be gone. If I take another step towards them, well, they're right on the water line. I could probably catch some. I'm on my way to the next spot. Oh, I forgot to mention, there are alligators around here. Probably not a good idea to be swimming or to be, you don't want to walk around with a dead chicken in your back pocket. Might cause you a little bit of problem. All right, well, I've had about enough of this path. My objective is not hiking today, but I'm already out in the woods, close to the intercoastal. sure is peaceful over here. You can hear the traffic on Jimmy Buffett Memorial Parkway, otherwise known as Florida's A1A, behind me, and the shore is over there, probably a half-mile away. So I'm hatching a plan for how I'm going to catch these critters when I come and look for them. I'm probably going to look for them on Saturday, a couple days from now. So I got two strategies. One, I could use a little net, chase them around, catch one or two at a time. But I think what I'm going to do is get a little larger net and maybe put some shrimp in it and just lay it down on the sand and let those things crawl in there like you'd catch a crab in a pot. And then run up there and pull the net up real quick and see how many I can get. I don't need a dozen or so. Well, we'll see how it goes on Saturday. So I'm at the boat dock now. There are people fishing here. I haven't asked anyone what they're catching or what they're using for bait. I'll do that in a minute. But you can also, they say, catch fiddler's crab near boat docks. And there's one here. There's a fishing dock right here that goes under this drawbridge. So if you want to catch some sheep's head, I imagine that's the place to do it with the right bait. So the intercoastal is a little wider, actually. I was on a tributary just off of it, but this is the intercoastal waterway going under this bridge. Let's see what these people are catching up here, if they'll let me talk to them. All right, so I just talked to a gentleman behind me. Hasn't caught anything yet. He's using a little minnow up right next to the pilings on the bridge, where there's a lot of mollusks that have attached themselves there. And his wife's using shrimp, but they aren't using the fiddler crabs. He does have a crab pot out for some larger crabs, for some blue crabs. All right, I feel like Elmer Fudd. Be very quiet. I'm hunting fiddler crabs. Okay, well on this side, I don't see any fiddler crabs roaming around, but I see lots of holes in the sand, and that's where they are. So if you got a shovel, you can dig them out of there. That might be easier than trying to catch them with a net. If I look over here, I see some real small ones coming in and out of their holes there. But I think that first place that I looked at was the lucky spot. Now here's the bridge. Really awesome. Whoa, I don't see any alligators. Gotta look out for those. Okay, well now I've shown you. I'm not going to show you the catching part because I don't have anything to catch them with, like I said. But I've shown you their habitat. Now you know where they live. And you also know that people that are fishing around here, surrounded by fiddler crabs, aren't using fiddler crabs, and they aren't catching a lot of fish. It's making me think. Are my ears smoking? I don't know. Thunderstorm's coming. I think it's almost time for me to go. It's a big one. Yeah. All right. Thanks for exploring with me today. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Leave a comment. And if you don't like anything, like and subscribe. And then just click on my videos and watch them anyway. All right? Take care.